Hello, Taurus the Bull. Here's your weekly horoscope for February 14 to February 20. Well, I'm not sure if it was your sign or Leo last week that I apologize for being so negative. I really don't like to be a fortune teller of doom. That is never my goal as an astrologer. As a professional astrologer, my goal is to try to understand the signposts for each of the signs and advise accordingly. Astrologers are kind of like the weather person. We don't make the weather, but we can examine the various signs and hopefully advise on what the weather of your life might be coming up. And unfortunately, Taurus has really taken a real butt kicking the last little while, and I just feel bad always giving Taurus bad news. So today, I'm going to pretend there's no negative aspects going on in the sky and only share some good news with your sign, Taurus. Let's talk about Mars in your sign. A lot of astrologers think that Mars in Taurus is really not the best place for it to be. But I'll tell you one thing I do see with people with Mars in Taurus, or when Mars is in Taurus, Taurus gets down and works. They roll up their sleeve and they get things done. So there's that positive side to Mars in Taurus. Even though it is in square to Venus in Aquarius this week, there is opportunity, Taurus, for you to work hard at anything creative. Apply yourself to something that's fun and creative. Many Taurians do a lot of different kinds of art. Some of you are very talented in art or music or dance, painting, gardening, horticulture. Please, Taurus, do yourself a favor and steep yourself in creativity this week. That will help ward off some of the negative aspects that I suggested could hit some of you Tauruses. We have Jupiter in Aquarius squaring Lilith in Taurus. Lilith is a point in the sky. It's not a planet. And Jupiter tends to kind of expand or really grow or blow up things sometimes when it's an aspect. A square is a challenging aspect, and Lilith is about challenging negative feelings. But, I'm going to put a positive spin on this for you. If you need to express your emotions, this is the week to do it, Taurus. Now, if you need to tell someone off, it might hurt the relationship. So maybe do it in writing and don't send that email. But you need to express your feelings, because if you do not express your feelings, they will come exploding out of you and do a lot more damage. Astrologers, we half-jokingly say that when Taurus loses their temper, they're like a bull in a china shop, and that's often true. So you can hurt yourself and other people if you lose your cool. So you might have to work a little harder on keeping things together this week, but by all means, express your negative emotions where and when appropriate. It would really help, Taurus. You do tend to keep things inside a little too much sometimes. Great news is that Neptune is sextiling Mars in Taurus till Wednesday. Pisces is a sign that is very calming for Taurus. I find Pisces-Taurus people usually get along really well together. They're good for each other in so many ways. A lot of astrology is based on how well signs and planets blend with one another. So in this case, Taurus and Pisces blend quite well. Neptune and Mars can also work together. You do have a bit of an angry, energetic Mars planet sometimes in conflict with Neptune, which can be about confusion and delusion and other things. But it's in a soft aspect, so none of that should be going on. Instead, if anything, this Mars-Neptune sextile will help you pursuing any art or creative activities this week. Money does still tend to be an issue for Taurus right now. Some of you may have lost some income due to this pandemic. Some are still struggling perhaps in your work. Many Tauruses are smart enough to put money away, but you probably have had to dip into savings and other investments and such just to keep things going in this past year. Many Tauruses and many other signs are affected that way this year. But for yourself, it wouldn't be a bad idea to make sure that, again, you're keeping a handle on your finances during this time. Other than that, with the Sun ending up moving into Pisces by the end of the week and Mercury going direct, I think those issues will really start to help Taurus feel not so put upon by all these horrible aspects going in the sky. I hope so, Taurus. I hope you have a great week ahead.